Hello, I'm Marc Wilson. I'm here today in the machine shop at Jamestown Community College, which is located in the Olean, New York campus. This video will be an introduction to the horizontal bandsaw. First, the controls will be featured, then their operations will be analyzed. A bar of low-carbon cold-rolled steel will then be cut off to close out the video. So let's take a closer look at the saw and then get to work.
This is the saw that will be used. I'm not sure who the manufacturer is, but the letters MEP can be seen on the guard that protects the blade. It also features the model number DM12. There isn't much to its basic operations, as you will see. The first thing that will be done is to flip the lever on the breaker box to the on position. The next thing that will be done is to power up the machine using the switch on the side of the main control panel. Notice that the gray LCD does not feature any readout while the power is off. Numbers will display as soon as the power is supplied. The knob on the bottom of the main control panel adjusts the rate at which the saw blade will free fall while cutting. The higher the number, the faster that it will free fall. Setting it to 0 while setting up will not allow it to free fall at all. Since the feed knob is set to 0, the saw blade can now be lifted up and it will stay at the height that it is raised to. Otherwise, it will fall at the numbered feed rate. This trigger is how the saw blade is activated. Right now, the controls aren't set to allow its activation. Notice that the mode switch is already set to manual. The blade switch will now be set from 0 to 2. The saw blade will now activate as long as the trigger is held in manually. Now the mode switch will be set to semi-automatic. The blade switch actually should still be set on 2 as well. A single pull of the trigger will now activate the saw blade until it is shut off manually using the mode switch. The next thing to look at is the coolant pump. It will now be manually turned on. It appears to be a synthetic coolant mixed with water that is recycled through the machine. There's a tremendous amount of friction and heat produced during the cutting process that this will help to reduce. When starting out a cut, a slower feed rate should be used. We'll start out around 1. The saw blade can now be seen falling slowly. The feed rate can be adjusted during the cut. Let's turn it up a little. You have just seen how fast it has fallen. Once all the way down in semi-automatic mode, the blade will turn off automatically. When turned counterclockwise, this hand wheel on the side opens up the vise so a bar of stock can be loaded in it. And here's a look at the vise from the far side of the machine. It will now be opened up to receive a bar of stock. The stock is stored horizontally on a rack near the machine. The stock that will be needed is the square cold-rolled steel found on the bottom of the rack. And now the stock will be loaded and the vise will be closed a little bit, but not tightened. The stock to be removed will have to be measured first. 2 blanks cut at 3 3/8 inches will be needed, so a little extra will be left on them to machine off to their finished dimensions later. Now the vise can be tightened. This is low carbon steel, which cuts fairly easy. This camera angle will allow you to see the controls in operation as the part is being cut. After the saw blade completes the cut, you'll notice the feed rate get turned up. Once the blade is all the way down, the saw will automatically shut itself off. Right now, I'm just staying ready and watching for the blade to break through the other side of the blank. And there it is. This segment will be just a close-up of the second blank being cut. Lastly, hearing protection is definitely recommended.
You have just seen and learned the basic operations of the horizontal bandsaw. The next video will be an introduction to the manual engine lathe. I'd like to thank the staff here at JCC for the use of this facility and for the knowledge that has been gained. I'm Marc Tex Wilson. Thanks for watching.